Hi, this is Nelda, and we are in another edition of Art Appreciation. So I have another piece of work, and this is called Neutrality. Neutrality, because it's in neutral colors, okay? But it means a lot more than that. So first and foremost, let me introduce the constituents of the artwork. So you can see that there's a lot of blobs around. So these are actually alcohol blobs, alcohol liquid blobs. And I was pretty intrigued by alcohol liquid drops, right? They're quite different from water. So if you are a chemist, you would know that alcohol is an organic fluid. It's made of carbon chains. So it has a lower surface tension compared with water. So that means that alcohol flows easier than water. So if you have a drop of water and a drop of alcohol side by side, you will notice that the drop of alcohol is flatter than the blob of water, right? So the blob of water will be a lot more convex, right? And the alcohol blob will be flatter, and it flows easier as well. So because of the flat nature of alcohol, and when it contains color, it has this interesting outline, right? This very translucent, transparent, very surreal outline. And I wanted to recreate that on in my drawing. Okay, so that's a series of alcohol blobs which I combined together, and I kept the color quite neutral. Well, it's intentionally neutral because this is supposed to be a piece of art. As you all know by now, we are, I am launching, me and my sister, we are launching a collection of artwork for interior decoration, so mostly to put up on your walls. So this is really to, if you have a minimalist space, then this is a nice artwork to have in your home. It has got a little bit of color, but it's mostly neutral. And neutral colors in interior design is meant to be very relaxing, very calming, so that you can put your eyes away, right? Divert your attention, your visual attention away from things which are overwhelming, right? Especially when you have been, looking at the computer, you want to set your eyes on something which is a lot more calming and relaxing, okay? So it's good for relaxation. It's kind of like part of Zen art or something like that, right? Okay. So then the flowing lines, in interior design as well, when you have circular, curvy, linear flowing lines, it's really nice to have this kind of lines in your home to be able to inject elegance, sophistication, and movement in your furnishings and your interior decor. So it's good if you have, if you find that your furnishings and your arrangements are a bit more geometric. So maybe you have square cushions, or you have rectangular coffee tables, and all the arrangements are very orderly. It follows the sides of the wall. Everything looks rectangular and square. So if you think that's very rigid and that's very somber and serious, and very formal, and you want to add a little bit of playfulness in your interior decor, you don't have to buy expensive furniture which are round. You can just get artwork that introduces flowing lines into your home, right? So that adds another dimension to your interior decor. Okay, so that's interior decor, that's wall art. But really, this was originally very bright. So it was actually a series of pink colors and green colors, because I like bright colors, so I tend to lean towards bright colors in my artwork as well. So, but I thought, no, well, you know what? I feel that this piece of work might look better with more subdued, more muted colors. But I was, thinking about a lot of things at that time also, about the subject of neutrality, and that being neutral, as you would see in the colors, it provides you with a very safe place to calm down. And even in discussing a lot of subject matters in this world that we are living in today, being neutral provides you with safe ground. You feel secure by being neutral and not by taking sides. So if you can see, I'm on Facebook, I tend to do that, right? I keep my Facebook profile neutral, I keep my Instagram profile neutral, and I hardly voice out any views, political views, opinions, harsh opinions. I restrain myself from voicing out these opinions, right? It's not that I don't stand for anything. I stand for a lot of things, but I'm just really careful about voicing this out because I don't want to prick at sensitivities. Okay, so and this kind of influenced the way I was drawing these symbols. So when I was in the process of drawing, I felt that there was this. I wanted all the blob, and I wanted this this light color in the middle, and then the blobs again, because this adds a bit of dimension into the drawing, so it doesn't look two-dimensional. It looks like it's three-dimensional, and there's several layers of different colors and different opacity in it. So, but unfortunately, there was a symbol in the drawing which would have been unacceptable for some people, right? So I spent a lot of time turning things around, rearranging the drawing so that I block and remove any side of that symbol, right? So now that drawing becomes neutral, it becomes culturally neutral. Subject-wise, it's completely neutral. You cannot derive anything from it, right? It's pure art and there's no symbolism in it. And that's how seriously I take in making sure that my artwork does not pass messages which would offend people, right? So I take that very, very seriously. I was going to say that it kind of relates to my preference not to overthink and politicize into things as well. I'm a person which keeps things very simple, okay? But yeah, so people are saying that, you know what, if you're neutral, then you'll be sitting on a fence and you don't have any opinions. It doesn't help at all, right? So I think, yeah, if they may be right, but you know what, if you take sides, taking sides can be very polarizing. It can be very polarizing, and taking sides is the source of conflicts. So that's how conflicts brew, because you take sides, right? So especially when you take sides and you build a wall, a very high, tall wall in between the sides, so that there is no opportunity for understanding and for collaboration and for connection, right? So I feel that people who are sitting on the fence, it's not necessarily bad, because people who are neutral tend to be very good observers because they are not biased, right? They are impartial, okay? So they see the two rationale, the rationale, between various views, right? And they can piece things together and look at things from an aerial point of view, right? Look at things from a big picture point of view. So that's the advantage of being a neutral person, or taking a neutral position, or people say sitting on a fence, right? But I feel that a fence is a really good place. It's a good alternative to a high wall. Even if you have to take sides, that fence needs to be kept very, very low, because it provides you with a neutral spot where everyone can sit and look over the fence at each other and still continue with communication to establish understanding and prevent conflict. So even if you don't sit on the fence, keep it low. Make sure that the fence is low enough, the neutrality or the neutral vision is available for you to be able to peek over what's going on the other side, so that you can always quell any desire to remain obstinately to your own opinions.